Hello, this is the Hated Washu, returning from a 3-week hiatus where my computer blew up. Anyway, while I was gone, the SaneRevelation made a 2-part video on homosexuality. Now, for the first 15 minutes, he doesn't say anything offensive and essentially remains sane. But the last 5 minutes completely falls apart. Now, Josh, I don't think you're evil. But you definitely are ignorant. And in fact, a lot of people, when it comes to the politics of this issue, are very ignorant. So I'm glad to correct you, and in that way correct a lot of people. So let's begin.
A lot of what the really hardcore homosexuals, the ones I'm talking about in this rant, do is try to say that, oh, there is nothing wrong with being gay, and we should be allowed to get married.
Yes. How in the hell do you have a problem with this?
The thing you have to understand is that the original definition of marriage, the reason it was created as a religious institution. That being said, the definition of marriage, at least according to the people who created it, say that it's supposed to be between a man and a woman.
Okay, let me just get this cleared out of the way right now. Marriage as it exists now is nothing like traditional marriage. The people who are advocating for traditional marriage are complete fucking dumbasses. This is traditional marriage. You're walking down the street as a man. You see a 13, 14-year-old girl and you say, I would like to own her and rape her and force her to bear my children. So you go to her father, who's her owner, because she's fucking property, because in traditional marriage, women are property. You go to her father and you trade her for a goat, and then you rape her repetitively for the rest of her life. And that's traditional marriage. And not to mention the fact that, if you're rich enough and you have enough goats, you can trade for multiple 14-year-olds and rape them all. That is traditional marriage. Furthermore, fuck the religious institution. Gay people are not advocating to be recognized by religions. Fuck religions. Fuck them all. They're fighting for the legal institution. Legal. As in the government. As in not religion.
I'm not saying you don't deserve the same rights. I'm not saying, because I completely believe in the whole domestic partnership thing. That is a brilliant thing. I love that. I like a lot of states are doing that.
Yeah, because separate but equal sure did work out for black folks, didn't it?
Because I think you deserve the same exact benefits that married couples get. Well, like I said, I agree with the whole domestic partnership thing. Because that is a very, very common and very, very brilliant political tactic called walking the line.
More like sitting on the fence.
Because if you don't call it marriage, you call it something else, but you're still giving the same rights and benefits that a married couple would get. Technically, you are no longer breaking the sanctity of marriage, thus making the people who want to protect that word happy, but you are also giving the people who want to be married, the homosexuals, the same benefits, so everyone should be happy. But a lot of you aren't happy yet.
But we don't live in this little perfect world where if we just make this small compromise, everyone will be happy. Homophobes are vindictive little shits. They will do whatever they can to harm gay people because they don't give a shit. They think they are specially chosen by God to do this kind of shit, so they cannot be reasoned with. They must be pushed aside for the rest of civilization to go on. If you make a separate legal institution for gay people, that just makes them a prime target for either laws to specifically target domestic partnerships to remove rights, or to give special rights to married people. For example, in a Midwestern state, after they passed the domestic partnership laws, they passed another law saying that only married couples could adopt children. You see, if you give a separate legal institution, it allows them to target either take away rights from gay couples or give special right to married couples. The problem that you're hitting is that you think these people can be reasoned with. They cannot be reasoned with. They are fucktards. They are idiots. They are morons. They deserve our contempt. And they will stop at nothing. There is no compromising with them. They will not stop attempting to harm gay people, and legally or otherwise, they will not cease. So we can't compromise with them. We have to make gay couples and straight couples both under the same legal institution so that they cannot be specifically targeted to have rights taken away. There is no compromising on this issue because these people cannot be compromised with. They hate gay people. They will always hate gay people. So fuck them. Just in the same way in the 60s, there were racists. They wanted separate but equal. But they didn't really want equal. It was legal jargon for continued legal racism. So we had to say fuck you and push them out of the way. Homophobes are the exact same as racists because they're both highly religiously motivated and they're both fucktards. So fuck them. And this is something that the public often doesn't get to hear, doesn't realize, is that it isn't two sides of the same issue and they both have, good points and bad points. We are right. They are wrong. We need to get them out of the way, push them completely out of the legal system so that gay people can have equal rights. The only way that gay people can have equal rights is if they are given the exact same, not special, the exact same legal institution that straight couples do. This is a hated washu. You have been educated. SaneRevelation.